Alright, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice walkthrough slash let's play on New Game Plus. Like I've said before, if you're on New Game, it will still work, so don't get discouraged if you're only on your first playthrough. Because, after playing it once and doing it on New Game Plus, which is much harder, the stuff I'm gonna do, if it's viable for New Game Plus, is probably gonna be viable for your first playthrough as well. Alright, without further ado, let's get on. Last episode we killed Gyube Oniwa, the gatekeeper of Ashina Castle Gate, which is the first boss, and with that you gain a special item, Memory Confront Memory Gyubu. So you can use this then to upgrade your attack power, right? Battle memory of extraordinary foe, also distant. Recollection of such memory provides substance for the wolf. Gyubu Oniwa once led a group of infamous bandits, but was defeated by Ishin, who was so captivated by his show of strength that he took him as an Ashina warrior. Oniwa would later go on to become Genichio Ashina's most trusted retainer. Right? Retainer is basically like a samurai. Samurai serves the Lord. The Lord hires the samurai. So the samurai is like a retainer. Okay, so once you click that, now your attack power has been enhanced, right? Previously my attack power was 14, now it's 15. This is important that you kill this as your first boss, because the place we're gonna go now have a much harder boss. And that boss could be your first, depending on where you went initially. And if you chose that other boss we're gonna do now as your first boss, your life's gonna suck, right? If it's your first playthrough, which is why we kill Gyubu as our first boss, so that we can have that attack power and the gold seed we got from that memorial mob vendor, which will make, and the prayer beat. Now don't forget the prayer beat to upgrade your vitality and posture, which will make the next boss fight much easier. But yes, another interesting thing that I noticed, right? This Gyubu Oniwa was his backstory say he was a bandit, and then he fought with Ashina, impressed him so much he became a samurai retainer. Quite interesting, because that tale I talked about last time, Minamoto Yoritsune, who was supposedly taught by a Tengu. Yeah, he also met a rogue monk, right? A rogue monk is basically a monk that doesn't keep to the Buddha's precept. Pretty much, he doesn't conform to the Buddha's rule. That's why he's a rogue monk. So yeah, so Minamoto Yoritsune met a rogue monk called Musashibo Benkai, who attacked him on the bridge. He was also very impressed with him, that eventually he became his most trusted samurai. So you can clearly see some of the connections that FromSoft's backstory has towards the actual Japanese historical samurai, which is kind of interesting, if you know the backstory, that is. Okay, let's see if this quiz has
Have you seen the
updated.
sculptor lately?
Yes. He's...
All I know is what Dogen told me long ago, that the dragon's heritage can bestow the power of resurrection. However, it is not any ordinary power. Repeated use leads to stagnation, which will eventually reach a point where it overflows. This causes those who do not have the power to become sick, a disease known as Dragonrot. He knew much about it, but even so, he was unable to determine a cure. Forgive me.
Is there a way to treat this Dragonrot?
I do not know. However, it must be stopped. I am unsure, but the first step is to look through my mentor's research and see if I can discover a way.
Thank you.
Okay, so over here, give her gold seed if you have.
There must be a way to the first step.
Okay, so that's the next part of the quiz, I guess. So come here, talk to him. Yeah, you can't. Anyways, I'm just trying to see how. Okay, let's just rest and see if that triggers her quest a bit further. We need to cure the sculptor before we proceed to the next area. Oh, she's gone. Great. So the quiz did move on. There you go. Yeah, there's some time where you can actually eavesdrop on them when they're together, Emma and the sculptor. I'm not. Oh, there's actually an item here. Nice. Like coin purse. Yeah, you can eavesdrop. Cool. Okay.
That should be enough. Thank you, orangutan.
Emma, what are you going to do with the coughed up blood of an old bastard?
I'm going to research the Dragonrot. I want to find the cure for it, orangutan. I'm doing this for your sake, too.
You are you? I don't need your meddling. I'll get over it on my own.
Now then, let me take a look. Dragonrot infected blood. How exactly is this illness caused?
Dogen, Emma's just like you.
Yeah, well, from this you can see, well, learn a few things. First of all, the sculptor's real name is Orangutan. Maybe not his real name, but the name that, you know, people who knows him know him by. And you know, he knows Dogen, who is Emma's mentor in medicine.
What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't realize you were here.
Of course,
the
Shinobi.
sculptor has been coughing blood. I took a sample of this blood for my Dragonrot research.
A sample of his blood.
Yes, blood that he's coughed up. The color of the blood itself appears to be tainted, stagnant, but the sculptor's blood alone isn't enough to reach any conclusions.
Is there anything I can do?
Yes, bring me samples of blood coughed up by others that suffer from the Dragonrot. If I have more, I'll be able to learn more about the disease.
If I come across anyone afflicted by the Dragonrot, I'll ask them.
Thank you.
Okay,
Goodbye.
so I think now you can't talk to her anymore.
For my reason, I need you to find me blood.
I'll see what I can find.
Thank you. Goodbye.
You.
Yeah, okay, same thing. Okay, now this means the side quest, well, this quest has been moved on. So from here, we just have to travel to Ashina outskirts. Probably this one. Let me just see. I always get confused between the first two. Let's see. Probably the next one. Gate pass. Basically, you know, we already know that another NPC has fixed this because when we died that time, we got 2 Dragonrot, right? If you're not sure, look in inventory under key items, and then you'll see that there's a sculptor and then the tournament maid, which is that old lady that gave us a prayer bead. I'm just trying to think if this is the fastest way. Probably not, but yeah, just gonna go this way. What? There you go. Okay, there's a guy here that you got to, you know, do a arrow. Yes, blow. Hide. There's like a guy. Yeah. Okay, they doing this now. Yeah, don't actually have to fight them this time. We're gonna be pretty quick. Can be a real shinobi. Okay, and talk to her. She also got affected. Infected.
The Dragonrot.
Inosuke,
Yes.
protect the young master. You hear?
All right.
Okay,
I'm
take a
taking
sample.
blood sample.
Alright.
Bring this to Lady Emma.
Yep, that we do. Let's see if he's still alive.
Mother, why?
Oh, he's still alive. It's really a miracle. Alright, so from here, just use a homeward idol, similar to a homeward bone that you find in Dark Souls series. And again, this is, you know, much nicer because this item is permanent. Unlike in Dark Souls, you actually have to collect them as a consumable. Over here, you can just, you know, Homeward Bone as much as you want, or Homeward Idol. Alright, so come back here, talk to Emma.
Yes,
I saw you and Lord Kuro in a vision.
a vision.
Yes. Where is Lord Kuro right now?
He's being kept near the keep at Ashina Castle. The gate to the castle, however, is shut.
No, it's open.
I see.
I already killed the gatekeeper.
I'm glad you've come, Master Wolf.
Okay, give Dragon
I've
Blood
obtained
sample.
one.
A blood sample. Let me see. The coloration is very similar to the sculptor's. The color is just slightly tainted. But what's this?
Do you have enough blood?
I believe so. Allow me to continue my research into the Dragonrot. When we speak again, it's likely I'll have made a breakthrough.
I'm sure
In
you will.
fact, count on it. I can now continue my in fact.
Okay, so that's another way of saying you got the rest of the sculpture's idol again. Okay, here we go.
I've been waiting for you.
Any progress?
Yes, I've found some answers. The source of the Dragonrot is the stagnation in your blood.
What causes the stagnation?
The blood has only a limited amount of power available to it. Let's say you've used all of this power,
Yeah,
and
Blood
then
Bowl.
you attempt to resurrect again. The resurrection still occurs, but it must draw on power from another source.
From those that have the Dragonrot?
I believe so. For those who have the Dragonrot, the natural life force that everyone has, that allows them to live their lives and function as human beings, has been taken from them. Their blood has stagnated.
Can it be cured?
Yes, by giving back what has been taken. Here you are.
Alright, so this is the Dragon Blood droplet that, I bought early on from the vendor. This will be supposed to be the first one you get if you're playing a new game. Here's an item that really dropped by the one heir of the Dragon Heritage. Use this will slightly increase resurrected power. So you can pop this by yourself to increase your, to shorten your cooldown to your, if you're already resurrected ones. Restore the power of life to those who have been drained of it by offering this drop to the sculptor's idol with a recovery charm in hand, which Emma will give you. In turn, all affected with the Dragonrot will be healed. The incessant coughing must cease. Alright, so this item is quite dodgy. It's quite risky, right? There are people who got this and then used it in the inventory, and that does nothing other than increase your own resurrection cooldown. You had to use it as a idol, sculptor's idol, to actually cure Dragonrot. It is actually say quite clear here, but some of the people who played the first time didn't read, and then they wasted this rare commodity. Recovery charm. So basically, the Dragonrot recovery charm created by Emma. With a charm, one can offer Dragon's Blood droplet and sculptor's idol to restore everyone affected by Dragonrot, pretty much. The charm contains a Dragonrot victim's blood, with Emma's managed to purify and solidify into a bloodstone. Yeah, sounds like Bloodborne. Right, so talk to me again.
I'm glad you've come.
See if there's any
There
more
was a
dialogue.
Dragonrot epidemic in Ashina once before. Back then, a cure was not achieved. Every single person who caught it died.
Wow, that means you're better than your master.
It is my hope that finally discovering the cure has alleviated this regret, if only a little.
Yep. That's very nice of you.
It was probably this bell. I was told to offer it to Buddha.
Does the bell hold any significance for you? If it does, talk to the sculptor. He is quite knowledgeable when it comes to Buddha.
Yeah, only if you cure him.
I'm glad you've come.
Just want to make sure there's no more
There was a
dialogue.
Dragonrot.
Yep.
It is.
Okay, no more new dialogue.
Did I?
It was probably...
Does if it does? He is.
Yeah, basically, it's just the game reminding you have a bell you gotta use. They really want you to use that bell. Okay, so once you get to your sculptor's idol, Dragonrot restoration, click yes. Okay. 融合快复, which means the dragon's coughing has been healed. All affected with Dragonrot has been restored to health. Great. So now you can then go and speak to the sculptor about the bell.
I I can hear the ring of a bell chime.
You mean this old bell? An old woman asked me to offer it to Buddha.
That bell. Have you seen it before?
No, it is unfamiliar.
It appears the bell disagrees. I think it's trying to tell you something.
What?
Give it
Inception.
as an offering. The kind-faced Buddha near the wall is different from the Buddhas I make. It was carved by the hand of the true sculptor. No matter what I do, any Buddha I carve is an incarnation of wrath. Thus is the fate of those who owe a deep karmic debt. You'll understand when you try carving one for yourself one day. So, need something? Yes, right. Don't do anything.
Alright, so that's like another part of the actual, real life culture law that, we believe if your heart is full of wrath, anything you do would reflect that. Even if you carve Buddha, it will not show a calm and tranquil face.
It seems the sculptor's Dragonrot has been cured.
Go to Emma again.
Yes.
Please, give
You
this to
get
him.
Ashina Sake.
What is it?
It's his favorite tea. I thought it
Yeah.
would be a fitting way to celebrate his return to health. I'm glad you've come. There was a drag back. It is.
Okay, no more new dialogue. That's
Oh.
good.
Did I?
I was-
Does the if it does? He is.
Okay, so sake in this game, the different type of sake, and there's three people you can give it to. You can give it to Sculptor, you can give it to Emma, and you can give it to another person later on. So each person, upon giving a specific sake, will tell you a part of their own background lore. So we're gonna go here.
I've gone anyway. Do what you will, so.
We're gonna give him the sake. Okay, of course I got this sake from last playthrough, but if you play it first time, you only have one Ashina sake. So give that to the Sculptor.
I brought some tea.
This tea smells pretty good. Suppose I'll have some. Oh, I needed that. This tea reminds me of Emma's father,
About Lady Emma's father.
Dogen. He was an extraordinary doctor. He was also very well versed in mechanisms and devices. Better put, he was obsessed with mechanisms to the point that it affected his health. It didn't take much else seriously, but I owed him my life. And we could say that you owe him your life as well.
What do you mean?
When I lost my left arm, Dogen created that thing, which has now become your left arm. The first version was a complete failure, didn't work at all, so he remade it. Then he remade it again and again, countless times.
What?
He told me I needed to practice with the prosthetic in order to use it properly. So Emma would pester me into carving her spinning tops and other toys. After much training of that sort, it came to be called a shinobi fang. In other words, that prosthetic arm is Dogen's legacy.
His legacy.
So much time has passed. While I have abandoned my shinobi ways, that alone I could not bear to abandon.
Okay, we're gonna hold off that drink for now.
No matter what I
Okay,
do,
no more dialogue, which is good.
another
If you got any shinobi too, you can get him to put it on for you. Otherwise, pray at the calm Buddha statue. It looks like a Hello Kitty bell.
Close your eyes. Hear the bell speak to you.
You don't have to take some wheat for that to work, man.
bell's chime will stir your thoughts and awaken old memories from their slumber.
Three years ago. Damn. That's a long time ago. 3 years ago. Okay. Alright, first I will turn around, grab this pellet. Yeah, you guys, if you need to use pellet, feel free to use it. I'm not using it because I already know the game. Get a Sculptor's Idol. Dragon Spring, Hirata Estate. Okay, so that's a place we've been talking about up till now, and finally it's good to be able to come here. Okay, here's a cliff, as you jump. And then, yeah, grapple hooks, you're still gonna take 4 damage. You don't just die straight out, but you do take 4 damage, which is not nice. Like that, you see? And I taking some 4 damage. Otherwise, you could just grapple and not take any damage. Okay, get more item. Chat with this.
You're the son of Owl.
Damn, it's like owl, wolf, orangutan. These shinobi really don't have, more sophisticated names.
What happened?
Thieves at Hirata Estate. You must hurry. The divine heir.
What year is it?
What year? An odd question.
Tell me.
It's the year of the Dragon Spring pilgrimage.
Yeah, that's not helping.
Dragon Spring pilgrimage. That was 3 years ago. What is this? The sculptor mentioned an old memory.
It's called time travel.
I don't remember any of this. But it appears this is the past.
Yeah, I don't remember because you got Inception by Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay, then we get to here. Just gonna check out the loot to grab. And then I'll quickly jump off here. One is to lose aggro. Other is to grab a treasure carp scale. Right? Treasure carp are just like koi fish, Japanese koi. And this is actually a rare commodity in this game, a rare currency, shall I say. You use this to buy very unique item from a treasure carp vendor. There are 2 in game, which we'll find one real soon. The other one is unlocked much later in the game. Just know that this is a very important commodity. You get it from picking them up in certain locations and also by killing treasure carps, like we're about to do now. See, that is a treasure carp. You have to dash, and kill because they run quite fast. And then you grab that. It's almost like, Treasure Goblin in Diablo 3, or the Crystal Lizard in Dark Souls. Backstab. Okay, make sure there's nobody else. I believe there's a treasure carp on this side as well. Just gonna make sure. Yeah, I do think there is a treasure carp somewhere. Okay, nope. Maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, I could swear there was a treasure carp here. Anyway. There are more treasure carp in the ocean, in the water, that you can't get to yet. Later on you get the ability to go underwater. Okay, backstab this guy. Rush the dog. Ah, bloody dog. Lose aggro. Another nice thing about this game, I guess, is that you can actually swim. Right? In the previous Souls game, the more you get into water, you did, which is understandable. I mean, you wear heavy armor. So if you wear that kind of armor, you go into the river, you are gonna drown. Anyway, we'll get to him in just a bit. Let's grab this item. And then the treasure card. Okay, so this one you actually can't get to. That one is the one we're after. So that one in the water, you can actually get to it without being able to dive underwater. For that, you need this Shinobi Spear prosthetics. But at this moment in time, you're not supposed to have it yet, so we're just gonna skip for now and come back later for them. And since we're gonna come back later, no matter what, just wait until we get the underwater ability, so we can hunt all the treasure corpse in one go. All right, let's talk to this strange vendor.
Know about carp scales?
That's creepy.
Sparkling, shining scales of the treasure carp. Bring them to me, and I'll reward you handsomely.
Okay, so basically, as you can see, you can buy the Divine Grass, which is like the one blessing in Dark Souls. It heals your posture and health to max. The Red Gourd, which is like it's just like the Healing Sea Gourd, you can replenish upon resting. It has 5 charges, and it takes away burn damage and gives you a slight fire resistance. Red Lump, consume to gain Red Eye, reduce flinching from enemy attack, but also can't resurrect. So this is like a hyper armor that prevents you from resurrecting. Moss Fragment, this is quite an important item. As you can see, it costs 7 scales, and there's only a fragment. You need 3 pieces together. Late game item, not important yet. And Floating Passage, give you a unique combat art. It's not needed, but if you want something flashy, you can grab this at some point. Alright, so this, you can talk to him.
Listen, I want to become a carp.
Yeah, you're real creepy.
They will continue growing and live a long, long life. A carp that never grows old.
Okay, make sure there's no more dialogue. Okay, same dialogue. Yeah, again, right, Japanese people culture are obsessed with koi fish or Japanese colored carbs. So again, just referring to real life cultural customs. Just gonna quickly come here and backstab this guy. Oops, failed. Damn. Yeah, gonna chill out a bit. Kill the dog first. Okay. All gone. Just gonna backstab this guy. And then come through here. No more items, I believe. Right, then grab a hook onto the roof. And there we go. The next idol. Grab item, ceramic shard. And then come in here. Right, this will wrap up this episode of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice walkthrough Let's Play series. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitch. I'll be doing Sekiro, Dark Souls, Monster Hunter, and other games as they come about. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Mibu Jinjiro out. Thanks for watching.